Coming up, I'm going to show you 5 clever ways that you can use push notifications to not only engage your users, but also monetize them. Stay tuned. What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com. And welcome to this video where we're going to really break down some interesting and clever push notification strategies that are going to really help you drive your engagement with your current users and also help you better monetize those users as well. So without further ado, let's get started. You guys know my slide template. Clever ways to use push notifications. Number 1, do a discount. Okay. One of my friends, Masood, shout out to you. Thank you for sharing this. He's in our App Masters Elite community and he kind of shared this. He's like, guys, I've been using push notifications to get people back into my app. For those who activate a trial and cancel a trial, he then sends them this push and he's starting to see really good results with this. So I like the messaging here. I want to highlight one more app that's using similar strategies and I like the messaging here. So William sent this to me. But he said secret offer unlocked. Here's where you can get offer. So I love this type of messaging here. And you can use push to bring people back into the app. Look, you have a short window of time to monetize your users. You can look at your numbers and your retention metrics. But I've found that when you actually increase your revenue, you actually start to increase your retention. And so for games, you have to work on your retention and then monetization comes after that. But for subscription apps, actually increasing your revenues actually increases retention. So keep that in mind, right? Next, if you have a hard paywall, here's a clever strategy that I've seen being used. So here's Zero. Here's an onboarding entire experience. We have another video breaking down the entire Zero flow, but I'm going to break it down really quick for you. Now I'm going to stop here. I love this messaging. Boost your success rate with notifications. Zero users are 26% more likely to build a healthy fasting habit when they enable notifications. Zero, for those who aren't familiar, is an intermittent fasting app that I've been using for years that I absolutely love. So I enable it, of course, because I want to know when I can eat. And then you go through the entire process, and here's where it is. So you're hit with the paywall. Now, this is a hard paywall. You can't X out of this. So pay attention to the time. It's 8:47. About 5 minutes later, I get a push notification saying, start using Zero for free. No subscription required. Just open the app. So I'm like, okay, great push notification. I then tap the notification and I'm presented the paywall. Guess what magically appears? The X. Now I can subscribe or hit the X and start using the app for free. So I thought it was a clever way if you have a hard paywall and you also want to keep users in and start using the app. It was a nice blend between a hard paywall, which does increase conversions, but the long-term strategy might be that, hey, you might lose that user and usage and, like that viral impact that a free user might have. Well, this is a great way to sort of balance between having a hard paywall and trying to get these users back into the app as well. Number 3, get users back into the app, right? So this app is a vocabulary app that teaches you a brand new word every day. Sends you a push notification every day with some new words that you can learn. So bombastic, excessively confident. Some may call me bombastic. All right. So here's what they do. So they'll send you a push notification all the time with these type of notifications. Now, one time I did notice they did send me this push notification, reminders ending. Now, for an app where I'm completely reliant on getting my word of the day, I'm like, whoa, I don't want this to end. So I tap here to schedule more, and I'm sure it doesn't do anything. So I tap this, and then he's like, hey, reminder scheduled. And then I do think that the paywall then is brought up after a few seconds here too. So I thought that was very interesting to bring them back into the app because sometimes I get most of it here. Right? As you can see, I can see the word and the definition. So I get the gist of it, but I really love the messaging here. Reminders ending, tap here to schedule more reminders. I want to pause real quick because we are creating this video. This is going to be a blog post on the Notix.co website. Now, Notix is a great platform if you want to really start utilizing push notifications. They can do web, they can do mobile. And the cool part, and we've done a lot of content with them, is they'll even help you monetize your push notifications. So if you want to learn more about how to utilize their platform for your push notification needs, well, go check out Notix. So that's Notix.co, Notix.co. It's linked up in your favorite podcast app and YouTube description as well. Number 4, cart abandonment. Now, this is for e-commerce apps. This is also great for those trial subscriptions, so the discounting feature. But cart abandonment is a great way to get people back into your app. So I'll give you an example. This is a previous podcast guest, and she was breaking this strategy down. So she worked for a magazine app called Zinio, and what they were doing was you can buy magazines, digital magazines on their app, right? So it's checking out. Here's what they were doing before. So people who added a magazine to their cart, but then never checked out, they would remind users 1 hour, right? That was the first reminder, and then 2 days. Now here's what they did. They then increased it to 1 hour, 1 day, and then 1 week using a combination of email and push, right? And they saw a 13x improvement in conversions versus 2 reminders. So reminding users more actually increased sales because obviously they showed intent, right? So if users are doing something in your app to show intent, remind them more that, hey, we're still here. And the thing you wanted to do, well, you can still do that. And you see a lot of e-commerce brands doing this, but using push notifications is a great way to get people back into your app, all right? Especially if they've showed intent. All right, the last thing is motivate them. Yes, no matter what type of app you have, we found that using motivational quotes actually brings users back into your app more than saying, hey, did you forget something? Or all the blatant, bland messaging that you might see in push notifications. Motivate them. Right? You know, dating apps do this really well. Hey, a lot of people are viewing your profile. Or I've seen this with Yelp where they'll say, hey, your review, the review that I left for a business, helped this business get 400% more views. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. So that's a dopamine hit and a motivational hit that I get. So I'll break this down. This motivation app, this is the same creators of the vocabulary app that I showed earlier, but they send you push notifications with motivational quotes. That's what the app entirely is all about, right? But I want to point out a couple of things. One, they're using obviously motivational quotes, right? And we have found no matter what app you have, one of our meditation apps, they said, hey, we use motivational quotes. It's working really well. And so it does work really well. But the interesting thing that I found here, so you can see this push notification. Discipline plus focus plus action equals success. Get out there, do that thing, right? And then here is, it is what it is. But I really like this one. Just because you miss someone doesn't mean you need them back in your life. Missing is just a part of ... Or this one, I guess I put my relationship stuff or something when I was going through their profile and setting up my profile on this app. You are allowed to walk away from any relationship that's dangerous to your mental health. No ... And we've seen this work with subject lines, actually. When you put a ... you open that feedback loop and get people to be interested. Well, they want to, I don't think it's called feedback loop, but when you open the loop, they want to actually learn more. So with subject lines, when we do ... we actually see an increase in opens. And same thing here as well. By the way, my relationship is good. I don't know why they're sending me relationship quotes. Just FYI, in case anybody's curious, my relationship is solid. Anyways, that's the gist of it. And that's why I wanted to highlight this. Try it. You should get an increase in people opening your app and tapping through to your push notification. All right, guys. If you thought I missed something and you're want to share, share with the community. Let the whole fam know. Leave a comment below. And if you got any questions for me, well, definitely leave a comment below with your question. I'll try to answer them in a future video. And lastly, go check out Notix.co. All right. And the other last thing is make sure you hit subscribe to this channel. All right. We're growing and we appreciate all the subs that we get. And that's it. If you want to learn more about what we do, well, it is appmasters.com. We are the app marketing agency that is the most affordable and effective. So check it out, appmasters.com, and I'll see you on the next video.